Stop clapping.
Thank you very much. What I've got here for tonight isn't poetic in any way, but it looks a little bit like that on the page. It's inspired by Andrew Macmillan, who's the son of Ian Macmillan of Radio 3, you might know him, of Portrait Please. His son, I went to a reading of his in Shrewsbury a while back, and I got to realise that people go to the toilets for different reasons than I do. This is called Toilet Etiquette for Men, number 1s. A man's personal space extends into the urinals on either side of him. His choice of urinal should allow the greatest degree of separation from any other man. There must always be a buffer urinal between you and the next man. If there is only one space, then your personal space contracts to your single urinal and you cannot claim dominion over a neighbour's pissing space. If there are just 2 urinals and one is already occupied, then you should either hover very slowly until the first one is finished or go instead into the cubicle. If there are urinals free and someone occupies the one right next to you, then they are, for their own reasons, disregarding all these rules, and you may experience severe bristling to your neck hairs, affected aim, and light to moderate dribbling. 2 men who have to piss adjacently will cringe with sufficient power that, if harnessed, could light a small town. All men know instinctively the correct formula for choosing where to pee, and which is the safest number of urinals, where K is the number of men who can use X urinals, and X is greater than 2, therefore X equals 2 to the power of K plus 1 would give an efficient man-to-piddle-pot ratio. Whilst using a urinal, your head should remain within 10 degrees of straight ahead. Look at the wall in front of you, at the graffiti, or upwards at the ceiling, or down to steer your jet and rearrange the balls of chewing gum. Do not fiddle, do not fumble, do not joke about how cold the ceramic feels to your enormous todge. Do not aim outside the bowl. Never look at your neighbour, even if comment is passed. Chatting is discouraged, but you may whistle, taking care to avoid any particular tune. If you happen to catch sight of your neighbour's willy, you clearly didn't mean to, so look away immediately and pretend you were looking at some writing on the wall, a poster about HIV or something, anything. Do not shake excessively. Shaking more than twice is considered to be playing. Do not spray, sprinkle or splash. But if you do feel a splash that is not your own, you must go home immediately, burn all your clothes and sit in a hot bath for 1 hour. Following beer-fueled festivities, hands freestyle is permitted, with hands placed in front for support. In times of extreme over-refreshment, balance may be further aided with a forehead against the wall. Trousers can then be dried off under the hand dryer. And no matter your inebriation levels, take it from me, those little white balls you test your aim upon are not mint imperials. Thank you very much.
Stop.
I don't think I've ever heard the awkwardness of a men's toilets encapsulated so well. And in all fairness, one of the awkwardest things I've ever experienced is Yates has got quite a lot of urinals, yeah? And when you're the only guy in there, and then the next guy in there, who you already sort of gone over and you're like, he's weird, and he stands right next to you, and you're like, there's like 20 other ones. Why? And it's like a weird moment of arrogance. No, don't do that. No, they're really forward. They don't even go to the urinal. It's just like, you want some? And you're like, no, I'm weird. Cheers. Okay, moving forward then.